First things first, there are going to be timestamps on this video, so I don't want to waste anyone's time, so you can just go to the part you want. Piggy Book 2, Chapter 2. 3 people, 2 batteries. 1, okay, I'll stop that. So Piggy Book 2 Chapter 2 has officially been released, and indeed it is the store, and oh boy, this one reveals some good things. So the story starts off in the store's parking lot where Zizzy clearly states that this is a serious mission of retrieving batteries and should be done with haste and precision, though Pony is just looking for carrots. Once found, you leave the store and return to the safe house. Mimi gets the radio working and actually gets a signal from the Settlement 6. Apparently, instead of sticking together, they are willing to trade with other communities to deprive them from their resources. They tell us to meet them at the Old Oak. Pony, being the sensible one, doesn't trust them. Zizzy also agrees, but still thinks that it's a good idea to meet up with them. Giraffe and Mimi stay back, so it's up to the 3 of us. We go to the Old Oak, and lo and behold, Willow is there to greet us, though her greeting isn't the most welcoming. She goes towards Pony and turns out that he used to be a member of Willow's group. She obviously knows who we are since we arrested her along with Doggy. However, next is Zizzy, and this happens to be their first time meeting each other. Zizzy knows everything about Willow and her crew. Willow continues to straight up roast Pony and then makes the decision of leaving Pony and the player behind and to take Zizzy with her. Pony tries to stop her, but then she goes on and pulls out a gun, freezing Pony on the spot. She tells us that she's taking Zizzy for quote-unquote questioning. Pony then fills us in about the TSP. Turns out the TSP stands for the Silver Paw. When the infection broke out, Pony decided to join them since this was the only hope of survival. He tells us that they did some pretty awful things, but Pony had no choice but to stick with them. He then tells us that we have to go and rescue Zizzy, and thus the chapter comes to a close. We got a lot of things cleared up in this chapter, one of the biggest ones being what TSP is. Another thing to look at are the members of the Silver Paw. We got Willow, she's the leader. Then we got Pandy, Kitty, Tigery, and even a dog. Is he connected to Doggy in some way? Is he some sort of relative to him? He seems to be carrying an axe as well, the same weapon which Doggy used to wield. We have 2 brand new skins, Pandy in the TSP uniform for 350 and a new character, Dessa Deer, for 375. Just like any other chapter, we have 4 brand new notes. The first one is located under a car in the parking lot. Heard something going on up north with the military. I wonder why they'd move their bases to colder places. The note doesn't really give us much information about the story at the moment, however I do have an Easter egg to talk about this. Second note is located on the shelf in the store. Looks like others have taken the supplies here before us, better luck next time I guess. So I guess the TSP came in here and took everything. Or maybe there are more communities out there. The third note is in one of the rooms. I don't feel very well about that tiger. I haven't heard him speak once when he was here. They are referring to the same tiger in TSP, so it comes to pretty much no surprise that he is very quiet since he is part of a criminal group. However, if this is written by one of the TSP members, then we may just have a spy on our hands who might just help us in one way or another. The last note is on the 2nd floor on one of the containers. Why are we being abandoned? We need them most and now they leave. This note is probably referring back to the military leaving the citizens to deal with the infection since they moved to colder places. Now we do have a few Easter eggs. First things first, the store is actually connected to the metro from book 1, so that's pretty cool. Another very interesting thing is that while talking to the TSP on the radio, one of Zizzy's sisters was peeping through the corner. Now I suppose they told the 3 kids to get to sleep or something, but she stood awake and now she knows that we have gone to the Old Oak. We won't return for a good amount of time since we have gone to the TSP's base, so naturally they got worried and then will probably follow our traces. They might just come to our rescue in one way or another. Another one is about the first note. In this note they mention about colder places. In the Piggy 2 trailer we see Pony going to some sort of facility and it is in a cold and snowy place. This might be where the military is or was. We also see a signal blinking, and back in the outpost we had a note that says don't trust the S being the signal. In the trailer we also saw Pony's glasses on the floor. What this all means is that Pony went to the base in the colder places, he then got kidnapped and may or may not have almost been used as an experiment for the cure. Quite a heavy theory, but it all points in one direction. One thing I have noticed is that the cutscenes are much more longer than the ones in book 1, so that's pretty cool. That's all I have found for this chapter. I hope you found it informative and enjoyable, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye!